Okay, so today we're going to do a little comparison on what my opinions are between the PS3 Slim and the Xbox 360 Slim. Mostly just PS3 versus Xbox. First, I'm going to start off this video by saying I have had an Xbox much longer than I had a PS3. So don't think I'm just one of those, oh, PS3, I've had it longer, I love it so much more because I've had it first kind of kids. First off, the PS3, the graphics are just 30 times better. Like, any game that's a PS3 exclusive, if you play a PS3 exclusive on the PS3, you will notice the graphics are better. This is Black Ops on the PS3. I have it on PS3 and Xbox. I'll talk about that a little bit soon. But, so that's the Xbox 360 Slim. It's louder than the PS3 Slim. Like, PS3 is almost silent. The one thing that the Xbox will probably win for is, so far, well, this is the Call of Duty part, Black Ops lags a lot. Like, a lot. When you play online, it's almost impossible to get into a game that doesn't lag. But Black Ops on Xbox, so much smoother, you'd never come into lag. That's one thing. Although, I did wreck kids on here, but that's because I think the PS3 community is not as good as, or competitive, which they really aren't. Like, you can't say, oh yeah, PS3 is a lot more competitive. Xbox is way more competitive. Xbox. The PS3 dashboard, I think, is much nicer. It's more clean, it's more fun looking. The Xbox dashboard is just boring. There's so much crap all over it, little advertisement videos and stuff. It's not necessary. So, I've only had the PS3 for less than a week. I will pick PS3 over Xbox so easily. You might think, oh, you couldn't have had an Xbox that long because that's the Halo Reach Xbox. That's my third Xbox. My first one got Red Ring, which was in I got it in 07. Let's say 07. So I got my first Xbox in 07, and sooner or later it got Red Ring, so I got the arcade, which ends up sucking. It's slow. Like, you might think, oh, it's a console, it's slow. It's so slow. So that's still downstairs, just I kind of don't use it anymore. There's no accounts on it, even that have gold. And so I switched over to this Xbox. It's just better. It works better, but the one thing I like is, yes, it's only the Xbox Halo Reach Slim Xbox that does this, but the noise it makes when it turns on here. Listen to the noise. Oh. I hate that noise. Just hate it. That's going off. And this is when you open and close the disc tray. Now compare that to the noise the PS3 makes when you shut it. Oh my god. That's another thing about the Xbox, specifically the Slim. You just go like that on it and it turns on, basically. Listen to the noise of the PS3 when you turn it off. Just a nice, smooth little beep. I love that. And also, you can, I don't know if you can see it down there, but there are ports for, SD cards. I don't even know. I don't even know. Then 2 USB ports. One I have hooked up to my Tritons so that the microphone's wireless, and one's the charger for the controller. Now let's talk about the controllers. Oh. I'll use a basic white Xbox controller. So the basic controllers. You can kind of tell Xbox controller, PS3 controller is, maybe I'll go millimeters wider, barely wider. It's much thinner too. The analog sticks on these are much better than the ones on these. Even though these have indents, these still suck and they're just not as good. The buttons just feel better than the buttons on here. The trigger on this, it's just so, instead of going out of the controller, it goes in, kind of like compared to the Xbox controller, how it's angled out and it's still out. And also the side-by-side joysticks are so much easier to use, because this that gets this, like, you just be using up, boom, 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 boom. It's just much easier. So, now another part of the controller is, these have huge little battery packs in the back if you're using wireless. This, no battery pack. Rechargeable, you recharge it right on the PS3. Hold on. Alright, and that'll be all for now, and also the PS3 controller is a lot lighter than this. But that'll be all for now. Thank you, goodbye.